you too.
No.
No, you take care of him.
No, Mary, okay. I'll take care of you.
No.
Armed with that information, let us continue to fact number 2. From 2001 through 2016, Walmart has received an estimated $50 to $100 billion in secret subsidies granted by the U.S. government. We know several industries are subsidized by the government to keep prices low. But why Walmart? There are entire websites dedicated to following Walmart's grants, tax breaks, and earmarks. These websites unanimously agree that Walmart has received tens of billions of dollars in kickbacks over the years. Why are they getting so much money? Is it merely to keep their prices low? Or is it for other expenditures?
We are here at the local Walmart, and we just came from inside, and earlier this week they had all these construction bins out here. But when you go inside, there is nothing different. Pretty weird that Walmart did all this construction, but yet you go inside and see nothing different.
To speak very briefly about a resolution that the majority leader introduced, I believe, earlier today. This is an authorization for military force resolution that apparently purports to give the president legal authority to conduct military operations against ISIS. Before we break for the weekend, Madam President, I thought it was important to come to the floor to explain why, very briefly, to my colleagues, to explain what this resolution really is. This resolution is a total rewrite of the War Powers Clause of the United States Constitution. Let's be clear about that. It is essentially a declaration of international martial law, a sweeping transfer of military power to the president that will allow him or her to send U.S. troops almost anywhere in the world for almost any reason with absolutely no limitations.
And he captured a video of the U.S. military processing American citizens into an internment camp as the voice over the loudspeaker, well, you can hear him shouting, "We will not tolerate civil disobedience."
Attention, attention, attention. American forces are here to help. Remain calm. We will not tolerate civil disobedience.
Now, if this was practice for the Middle East, you'd think they'd say something like, "We will not tolerate civil disobedience" in Arabic. I mean, wouldn't they?
From the underground. See, so it seems like they're unloading these trucks and taking them down into a basement, right? They just keep loading and unloading there, and a lot of these are even closed and they're still loading and unloading. So what's really going on? We need to figure this out, because something's going on with Walmart, right? Something's going on.
Wondering if it will happen again. For about a week there, the area's been plagued by loud, booming sounds. Problem is, no one knows where the sound is coming from.
We were like looking at each other like, what was that?
It happened twice in the past week to Danielle McManus and her family. While inside their home, in a usually very quiet Fairlawn neighborhood, things went bump in the night.
If we didn't know any better, it almost sounds like a cannon. It was so deep and just like echoey.
Elsewhere in this neighborhood along the Passaic River, residents say they've heard loud booms as early as 6 p.m. and as late as 2 in the morning.
It's like psh, psh. It was like grr, grr, brr, like that.
I heard the noise, so I came out here. Sometimes, people dump garbage. I sounded like a garbage truck.
Initially, they thought maybe the noises were coming from this PSE&G plant in Patterson across the river from the communities where the noises are being reported. Construction is going on, but a neighbor closest to this plant says the booms are not coming from here. Have you heard any sounds coming from this plant?
No explosions.
He has extra officers deployed, more eyes and ears for when whatever it is disturbs the peace again.
And that's been kind of frightening me, because when I heard one of the videos in the Ohio one saying that they heard booming noises, that showed that they were talking about building underground.
Almost all the counties in our coverage area are covered. Now take a look at some of what our viewers posted on Facebook. Kelly writes, she's writing from Havana at around 10:30, it sounded like a loud truck rumbling, went outside and nothing. Also, Precious B writes, it felt like, and heard the noise I heard at the time referenced, my home shook, I thought it was an earthquake. Yet another viewer also telling us that this one is Stephanie. She says, I have heard and felt several times over the last few days, dogs go crazy and the windows rattle. It felt like the whole house was shaking. Now, we did reach out to this, as so many of you were talking about this. We decided to go in search of what may have caused the boom. We reached out to Tyndall Air Force Base near Panama City. Officials told us 4 of their aircraft were flying Tuesday evening during that time, but they also said there was no indication of any sonic boom that would be noticeable.
I don't know what's going on right now. We got some martial law shit going down right here in San Bernardino County. We got the motherfucking military doing patrols and shit. I don't know what the deal is with that. That's kind of fucking scary though. Alright, that's it. There was about 5 of them in a row, all with, you know, active military in fatigues on top of it. I don't know if it was military cops. It's gotta be military. Looks like there's some more coming up as well. Let's keep it going. Just trying to get us used to that shit. Like, yo, just get used to having motherfuckers patrolling your highways and shit. Hey, what is this, dog? What is this shit? What in the fuck? Look, what is this? Yo, get off the streets, fucker. They're trying to wave like it's all good. It ain't all good.
Wish I was too dead to cry. A self-reflection face, stones to throw at my creator, masochist to which I cater. You don't need to bother. I don't need to breathe. I'll keep slipping farther, but once I hold on, I won't let go till it is. Wish I
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 helicopters. Awesome.